I think that I'm live. Hopefully my audio is good. I did a lot of testing it out beforehand and I'm hoping things don't make too much sound. Um, so I picked the mic that seemed to work best, but somebody has decided now's a great time to start some weed whacking. So if need be, I have like some old school headphones that I can plug in. So I'll just be very attached to the computer. So how's everybody doing? I didn't really give much heads up on this live stream, but first Wednesday of the month, so wanted to make sure that I made it. And hopefully some of y'all are coming over from Jim, Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge, who was pre-gaming me. So I'm going to go ahead and start saying hi to some of y'all. Five Fingers is in here. What's up, Paul M? I'm trying out kind of a new setup, but there's always little things that aren't quite what I wanted them to do. Getting dinner. Oh, did he get back in time? Are you late, Scott? Hey, my whiskey lab is here. What's up, buddy? Slapshot, how you doing? How's it going, Brian? Woo! And the chat jumps. Hey, Taste and Sensibilities up in here. Lil, how's it going? I really wanted to use another rocks glass of the mountain ones, but the only one I have left is the one that's for y'all, and I don't want yours to be a used one, so I'm just going to wait on that. Making cocktails. I hope pipettes are involved. I very much thought about stealing some pipettes from lab, but it would have been pretty awkward. Maybe one day. So we do have some random ones. What's up, Greg McDonald? Evening. Jim sent over all of the riffraff from his stream. Okay, cool. People are coming over from there. Yeah, you're definitely a member of the riffraff. I would agree with that. My check sounds good. Good. What's up, Tim Corney? While I'm saying hi to everybody, I am going to go ahead and get something poured just into a regular glass. And this is, and I think I saw her in chat. This was a gift from some people. Well, I see the other Vasco, Mark Vasco. I got to meet the Vascos when they came into town just barely. We only got to meet real quick because I had to go in early. I swear I saw maybe I just saw Mark Vasco and assumed it was Christine Vasco. Oh, there she is. I knew she was in here. So they hooked me up. So if you've seen, I did a video where I got to take a Wyoming bottle, a special national parks release that they did that had a picture of Grand Tetons. It all goes to the National Parks Foundation. But I took that Grand Teton Wyoming whiskey to the Grand Tetons and did a video there. And so when they were recently visiting the Grand Tetons in Yellowstone, they picked up this and they picked me up a bottle, which was like really crazy cool of them. So Nick and I have already had a few pours of this one and really like it. I haven't tried it side by side with the old one, but I think it's better actually. So it's about the same age, but it is a higher proof. It's 5-year-old Wyoming whiskey, 105 proof. So kind of cool. Now I got to plan a trip to Yellowstone. So, okay, who all am I missing? I like that. So I put a pop-up chat over here, but I can't click on that to pull up the comments, but it's bigger for me to read and like right under the camera, but I can't click on it. So it's not really that helpful. I'm trying. Ooh, yikes. I feel your pain, buddy. Yeah, just, you got to go to bed. Go to bed. Pre-gaming, as in pre-gaming Mash and Drum at 9 p.m. Eastern. I do have that link in the description below, as I always try to do at least. So, hey, Sugar Kitty. I don't think I said hi to you. Shimmy and a purr. Top Dog, how's it going? Let me take a sniff of this. Ooh. Oh, this is giving me a whole different nose now. Perfumey, but not in the way like some ryes can be perfumey. Like a very sweet sort of perfume. And kind of fruity. Ooh, I like it. All right, I think I'm going backwards. Oh, I think somebody said something about my shirt. I love this shirt. I've been so excited to wear it on one of my live streams. on Wednesdays we drink whiskey, because I never wear pink. So this shirt is perfect for me. I think it's by Female Whiskey Society. I'm not affiliated with them. It just popped up on my Instagram and I had that. So if you're in between the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone, you can visit the world's largest antler arch. Oh, and Jackson Hole. Is that what you're talking about? I'm guessing. I definitely, pretty sure I have a picture of myself under one of those antler arches they have around. It's pretty weird. Very Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Hey, Adam's up in here. Speaking of being in one of these national parks, maybe you're up at Glacier. I think Yellowstone. All right, IC86. Hey, 2290, what's up? Lisa, hey, Emily Chambers is in the house. Hey, I gotta catch you. Where'd you go? Cheers, Emily. Cool. All right, let me get a sip of this in before we start trying to make a decent old-fashioned. And I'm gonna want y'all's advice on this. So I have a bunch of whiskeys picked out to kind of suit different categories. So I have somebody's telling me about ditching the Angostura bitters. Hello, BWE. Yeah, these are like ancient too. And I think when they dash, they more pour than dash, which might be part of my problem. But Nick also picked up these black walnut bitters recently for me. So somebody had told me about them in a chat. So I've got those. I have some grapefruit bitters because I like grapefruit, which I've had for a while. And I have some citrus bitters, hella bitter. So I have like a different assortment to kind of try and change them up each time. I don't know. You could get very, very drunk trying to experiment with every variable. So I'm not going to quite do that tonight, but we'll do a few. Oh, this is like such a different nose, again, from normal Wyoming whiskey, which is kind of cool. It's still giving me kind of this funny perfumey note, which I don't think I remember getting sitting outside drinking it. But it's still got like a little bit of honey, but like some cinnamon. It's really good. I mean, it tastes kind of young. It's only 5 years, but I like the proof. I think that's part of why I like it, that it's a little bit higher of a proof for them. Wyoming doesn't normally make most of their whiskeys this high. Oh, and my whiskey lab is reminding y'all to, it's not even, oh yeah, it is. Like and subscribe. Well, he's reminding you to like. I know that this sign had a rough time on my last hike. Kind of didn't realize where it was in the bag and stuffed other things down onto it and scrunched it up. So sorry, but I got to keep it forever. Tim Corney, no, I need to still email you. I'm very behind on that. I even gave myself an extra month and I'm behind on that. But speaking of, something I do want to mention before we really get going is upcoming. I have my Alzheimer's fundraiser. So it's going to be on July 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern. I got to reach out to some people about some stuff. So, but I'm hoping to make it a little more fun, a little more entertaining than last year's. But last year's was just freaking awesome and so much fun. And there's been so many great fundraisers since then in the Whiskey Tube world, which is just like really, really cool. Something awesome that we can do. But last year we raised about $11,000 for this. So, I should have put the link for donating because you can donate as early as you want. I should have put the link for donating to it in the description, but I forgot. But it is in my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, the link is there. You can donate early all you want. So I think I saw Stella up in the chat. Where'd she go? No, I lost her. I swear she was here. Hey, there she is. Stella, how's it going? Stella's awesome. Sweetheart. So that's going to be happening next month, less than a month away. There's already a decent list of bottles that you'll have a chance to win, some cool giveaways like that. So hopefully it's going to go great. So I lost my grandfather to Alzheimer's during the pandemic in 2020. And so this fundraiser has been, I've been doing it for like 10 years, but it means a lot to me. So, and Whiskey Tube has made it so much more awesome. So, all right. Nick, if you can bring me some ice, that would be great. And then we can, which I already prepped the ice is in a bucket in a freezer. He's just going to bring it to me real quick. That way we can get started on some of these old fashions. What's up, Big Vic? How's it going? This is kind of working. Having like a bigger chat over here, which is the YouTube chat, and then clicking on it over in StreamYard. Kind of working. So, Virgin, I don't get it all. Yay! Thank you so much. Oh, are you actually going to pop on and say hello?
Hey, everyone. I just wanted to say hi to everyone.
This never happens.
Yes, I'm real, by the way.
He's real. I'm not just yelling at nobody or the dog or something. You're real.
Thank you.
Thanks for not making me look too short. Did you let the dog in? Okay. See, he really does exist. So the Iceman cometh. What's up, Zoper? Why do you keep jumping on me? It's Broman. He's real. I swear. I want to just acknowledge IC86s. My mother died of Alzheimer's in 2019, so I encourage everyone to donate what you can. Yeah, that's the thing. This affects so many people. I actually, I think I remember you mentioning that last year during the fundraiser, and it's such a shit disease. So that's the thing. Thank you so much. My whiskey lab has put it in for me. In fact, I wonder, can I? Yep, scrolling. Sorry, I know that's super entertaining to watch me try and figure out. Boom. Pen. Okay, I think I penned it in the chat. So that's the link for the Alzheimer's. So you can do that early. You can enter early, or you can enter, closer to time. You just have to have entered by July 10th if you want to be considered for the giveaway. You can always donate afterwards, whatever. So, and every single penny of this does go to Alzheimer's information, as in providing information for caretakers and families and people who have been diagnosed. So all of it goes towards the Alzheimer's Association. And so they do that. And also they fund research, which I have my dream job, and I now get to do Alzheimer's research. So although I do not currently have a grant from the Alzheimer's Association, so there shouldn't be any conflict of interest or anything like that. So even if I did, it would all have to go to science, not into my pocket. So, okay. This Wyoming National Parks edition that the Vascos hooked me up with is quite yummy. What is it? There's almost like a wine thing going to it, like that it makes me think of, like a white wine sort of note to it, which is kind of bizarre. Okay, so my thoughts are, so I kind of looked up the recipe from liquor.com. I really haven't tried this that often. Normally, I just kind of do this. I think this stuff is delicious, but it's expensive. But it's even easier than making your own old fashioned. But I keep wanting to make a good one. So it looks like the normal is about 2 ounces of bourbon, 2 to 3 dashes of bitters, and then either a teaspoon of water and half a teaspoon of sugar. Although some things say you use a sugar cube, which I Googled, and that is actually equal to 1 whole teaspoon, or to use a bar spoon of syrup. So I have sugar, I have simple syrup, which is I made it 1 to 1. I always do. I make that for whiskey sours. And I have water in my water bottle. So, yeah, I've never tried adding water before. So, see, he does exist. I feel like sometimes it seems like he doesn't. Except he does like randomly bring me food sometimes. So, I know they're easy to make. I know that old fashions are easy to make. It's just figuring out the right combination that has not worked out for me. So I'm hoping to figure that out now. So I'm wondering, as far as which whiskey y'all use, A, do you think simple syrup is fine? And B, as far as type of whiskey you use, do you use like a 100 proof or something higher? Do you use a bourbon? Do you use a rye? If you use rye, is it high rye or low rye? You see how many variables that there can be into this? Do you like wheateds? And I've got like one for each of these categories, basically. Do you like wheated, lower proof again, or higher proof? What do you think? So I'm wondering what people's like go-to whiskeys are for using this. Orange bitters are good. I've got citrus and grapefruit bitters as options here. I'm literally receiving messages from my boss right now. Not right now, dude. I will respond afterwards. That's so funny. We just got new data and we're all excited. So he does not know I have a channel. It's all about, bourbon neophyte. It's all about the right mix. This is funny, reading it on the one thing and then going back to try and find it so I can highlight it. Maybe not the ideal setup. I'm sorry. It's just I'm blind and I wanted to do something where it was bigger, but it still kind of looks like I'm looking at the camera. So, but yeah, it's all about that right mix. Bobby says Wild Turkey 101, which of course is not one I grabbed, but that's pretty close to Knob Creek 100. So that is one I have. Use OGD 114. So you like kind of that mid to high proof bourbon. Okay. Dig the baby says out of your trash can and use that. We do have an unopened baby set. I don't know if Nick actually opened it. But if it's still unopened, I thought maybe I'd put it into the Alzheimer's fundraiser. So maybe I shouldn't open it. I do have Pikesville rye as like a barely legal rye. And I have two. So I promise I'll make at least one old fashioned with a rye tonight. I have two NGP ryes, one at both Utah, actually. Oh, and another message from my boss. God dang it. Leave me alone. High West double rye, and I should have closed that program beforehand, my bad. Clearwater, which is like made in southern Utah. I forget. But we think they're both high rye NGP. I know this one. So, or Pikesville, which is lower. Let me kind of sift through. Okay, I saw Four Roses single barrel. I even almost grabbed that, but we just picked it up in South Carolina. We don't see it often here in Utah, and we love it. So I kind of don't want to waste it on an old fashioned. Remember to set notes for taxes properly ahead of time. I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah. This time I'm doing it straight just through. Yeah. Last time the fundraiser kind of got stopped because PayPal was like, you're getting too much money. So this time I'm going to try and do it pretty much all through the Walk to End Alzheimer's website. With like the Venmo and PayPal as like backups, but not kind of thrown out there as main options. So, it's also like 95 degrees outside or something. So there was that, but also the ice, I'm sure. So, Slack is annoying because you read the message and brain immediately gets distracted. Rye will give you a more citrusy old fashioned. So if I use a rye, maybe don't use the citrus bitters in that. Maybe use like the black walnut to balance that out. That could be cool. Four Roses should be excellent for this. Of course, Stacey H's was with a freaking Irish. I knew, I was like, if Stacey's here, she's going to tell me to do it with an Irish. I think I'm going to have to save that for a different night. There are some cool other bitters too to try. But I don't know, I could grab the Four Roses small batch select. Does that sound good? Instead of the Four Roses single barrel? I'll grab that super, super fast. Boom. So fast. Okay, so we'll do one with the Four Roses small batch select. We'll do, instead of Knob Creek. Look, I can do things that aren't, I did have Knob Creek before I tried this, to be completely transparent. So, I will just give you my citrusy note. Let me get my ingredients too. Yeah, get in here and make a old fashioned with me. I mean, this is why I'm making it, because it's so freaking hot. And our air conditioning does not keep up with that. So also there's like this window just has a huge draft in it. So it's practically pointless to do air conditioning in this room. Okay. Driftless Glen Rye works great. I don't have that. Do you know what rye level they are? So if I do a rye, should I do the like a 95% rye, 5% malt barley, or should I do like a barely legal like the Pikesville? I feel like y'all are gonna screw with me and pick the high rye, but giving you all that option. I was also thinking about a weeder. I grabbed 2. And I'm also wondering about like, proof level. So I've got like a Maker's Mark 101 or a Larceny barrel proof, which is 114 proof. So it's not like crazy high proof. Scott's going with Barely Legal. Thank you for having my back. Fifth Quarter Tailgate uses simple syrup, 1 Luxardo cherry. Yeah, I don't have any cherry. I'm not really that big on like cherries that have been sitting in syrup. I don't like overly sweet fruit. I don't know. 3 dashes of bitter, Rittenhouse rye, which is pretty similar. It's like the baby brother of Pikesville, right? Garnished with flamed orange peel. See, y'all get so fancy with it. That's when I get lazy and I'm like, I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna pour this shit. So, but we have a higher rye. We've got 1 for a high rye, and 1. It's my favorite way to drink a weeder. Maker's 101 is what I mix. Okay, so we'll do a Maker's. So we'll keep it kind of lower proof there, which is probably good if I'm having this. What are we at? 620. Okay. So we'll do a rye. Still waiting to decide on whether it's going to be high rye or Barely Legal. That's Lil. That is my go-to. That's what this is. This is a High West old fashioned that's been like finished in barrels. And I love this stuff because all I have to do is pour it over ice and it's delicious every time. But it's pretty expensive. So it's kind of like I'm treating myself, or it's been a really fucking bad day or something. So I'm trying to figure out an alternative that is maybe cheaper. So, and I mean, even if I like one with this, then I can find, a cheaper version of something that's, I mean, these are pretty affordable, but you know what I mean. Okay. Actually, Lo, what company's Four Roses do you use? I mean, for which company's Old Fashioned do you use? Don't read and talk at the same time. Adriana. I think Barely Legal. Okay, I've got another vote for Barely Legal, right? Cool. Thanks. You guys are awesome. I was so sure everybody was going to be a dick to me. I'm sorry for misjudging you all. I'm sure Ethan I know I saw him say hello earlier, but I was like mid-sentence. I'm sure he would have said hi, Rye. I've lost him. I'm sorry. But hi, Ethan and Katie. Oh, yeah, Nick is pointing out we just picked up I'm not going to use this for this, but we just picked up Sagamore Double Oak Rye while we were in South Carolina. So if you were on my Patreon, you know a little bit about what a hell trip that started out as. Traveling right now is a bitch. Tim Corney also cheats and uses Barsmith Old Fashioned mix. Makes really good drinks. And then add some orange bitters. So y'all are all about the orange. See, I've got citrus bitters, but it's not necessarily orange bitters. Okay. So we're going with Pikesville. And then I thought I would do one like high proof bourbon one. Does that seem reasonable? So that puts us at, what proof is small batch select? Okay, yeah, 104, so fairly low proof. We've got a low wheated, and we have a Barely Legal rye. And then a higher proof bourbon I think would be worth trying. Or maybe I'll do that. I'll try these 3, and then based on that, I'll make the 4th one and maybe change up the bitters or something. So, yo, Knob Creek 12. That's getting fancy. That's using the good stuff. I love Knob Creek 12. So I'm going to set this guy aside, this awesome Wyoming whiskey that we're really enjoying. I know it's small, like not a lot has been taken out, but because I tend to be frugal and if I like it, I hold on to it forever if it's hard to get again. So love that Pikesville. Pikesville's good. Like if I'm have to drink a rye, Pikesville would be the one. And whenever people find out I don't like rye, they're always like, have you tried Pikesville? The answer is yes. I still don't like ryes. Don't forget, y'all, to like and subscribe. So, and also that if you want to enter the Alzheimer's fundraiser early, you can. The link is pinned in the chat. That's why that link is there. If you're just wondering, that's not a one-night thing. That's all the way until July 10th. So when we'll have the big live fundraiser. So let's get this started. I'm going to just go with simple syrup. It seemed like people were cool with that. Do y'all do like a bar spoon or a teaspoon or half a teaspoon? I have all the options. I try to be prepared somewhat. So, Big Vic, I can't try that in my old fashioned. It's so good. But yeah, I feel like you want to enjoy Knob Creek 12 by itself. So Knob Creek 9 is good for this. Yeah, hit that like button. So did I choose Richie Z earlier? Hey, Richie Z. How you doing, buddy? Exactly. Oh, did I pick the right? Yes, I did. Click on the right thing. My whiskey lab is crushing it as per usual. So, all right, start with less and add more if you need. Exactly. Good call. All right, gonna go with then half a tea. Oh, I grabbed a half a tablespoon. Glad I saw that before I did it. So I'll just kind of estimate half, which I hate doing. I hate estimating. Like, it's stupid. So that's half in, and I'm going to try and remember to not bang too loudly on the glass. I did test that out earlier with different mics. We're going to do you think it's super important to do like the sugar and then do the bitters since I'm not doing a sugar cube and I'm not muddling that or whatever? Or can I just go ahead and add the whiskey and then do the bitters afterwards? I don't know. I don't know. People feel like it makes a huge difference. I don't totally understand how it could, but maybe. All right. 2 ounces of this. Oh my God, what am I doing? It's going to be 4 full freaking old fashions. I hope this one's good. And then maybe I'll make half ones of the other. You know, when that hits you that like you're about to make yourself accidentally super fucking drunk. That'd be nuts. So speaking of super fucking drunk, what's up, Matt Porter? Hey, happy hump day. Just kidding. You don't normally get super fucking drunk, but when you do, you do. I know I freaking hate estimating. It's the worst. I grabbed the wrong spoon. Okay, we have our 2 ounces of that. We've got our simple syrup, and now it's the bitters. So this is the small batch select. Maybe I'll try a dash of Angostura bitters and then a dash of citrus bitters. I don't know. What the hey? And then I'll mix in the ice. You're about to see how this does it. I don't know if actually you can see it, but it doesn't really dash right. Like it does a lot when you dash. Beep, beep, beep. And then, what did I say? Did I say citrus? I said citrus. This one, I think, dashes correctly. Boop. I'm not good at this. There. I guess that was more like 2 dashes of citrus and a big ass dash of, where did you come from? Oh, of Angostura. Wow, this is hard. Trying to read chat and make cocktails at the same time? Like, what? Okay, again, trying to be quiet. I did wash my hands before the stream, although I'm the only one drinking this, so. Okay, quietly mixing. Let me see here. I can't say enough. Oh, let me find it in the big text. Hold on. I can't say enough on what Adriana does for Alzheimer's awareness, and on top of that, what she does to help cure the awful disease. Please donate. Thank you so much, Tim. I know that it has very directly affected you and your family. So I do definitely appreciate that. And yeah, I mean, that is a disease, like just talking about it every time gets me choked up. And I have a presentation to do in a week and a half on my research for it, for my fellowship. And I'm panicking, full panicking, which I shouldn't be. It'll be fine, but always. Okay. It smells good. It smells decent. What am I always doing wrong? It's okay. It doesn't have enough punch. You know, like which is funny because this is lower proof than the High West one would be. This one's 86 proof. It just doesn't have enough flavor. It doesn't deliver enough flavor, I feel like. Should I do more bitters? Should I do a little more simple syrup? She panics more drinking rye. So start making whiskey sours. Bar spoon women. Yeah, buddy. I've got the bar spoon at the ready. I don't know about this one. Shouldn't you be used? Telling you, one day I'm going to do it. I have it in part of a video that I haven't finished editing yet because I didn't like the part that I filmed at home. But I do have something coming that nerds out lab scientist hardcore. So look forward to that. And coming, I mean, on the other end of this presentation. Until this presentation, I'm just panic mode. So see about to your charity stream for me. I'm going to see above bottle donations to your charity stream. Oh, shit. Did I miss a bottle you're going to donate? I'm trying. There's you saying, I wish you could search. Any chance you could cop? Oh, I've got a Hancock's Reserve bottle and a Bardstown Bourbon, but Discovery 6. Holy shit. Okay. Awesome, dude. Scott. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you so freaking much. You're the bomb. Discovery 6. Yo, this giveaway is going to be epic. It's going to be so good. There's going to be so many good bottles, as you can see. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, back down to the bottom comments. You need the rye for the spice. I mean, maybe the rye will, but I do use rye for whiskey sours. I'm not against them in a cocktail. Let me know. Crap has started up out there. If it's too much, I can try switching to my little plug-in headphones. So, why is there something like sesame to me on this? It smells like Asian food, like sesame oil, isn't it? Like Thai food. That's what it's reminding me of. Am I insane? This was Angostura bitters, and maybe I should have combined those two bitters. Maybe that was unwise. I'm going to try now the wheated one. What time is it? 6:32. We're doing good. Okay, back to the simple syrup. Yes, and thank you. You're so good at this. In fact, let me just pop this sucker back up there. So that's when the fundraiser is. Every $5 will get you an entry. That's the website, and the website to donate is pinned in the chat. I honestly didn't actually mean to like go on about it tonight, but hey, we're making old fashions, and it's my absolute passion. I'm literally dedicated, like my work, like all my work is the thing. Okay, we're doing this again. Estimating. Maybe that's the freaking problem. I'm sure that's why it came out tasting like Thai food. It doesn't taste like it. It just smells like it. That's about half. It's also hard to estimate half because it's, it gets wider as you go up. Okay, anyways, so stop whining. Nobody finds that entertaining. Okay, back to the comment. But yes, if you would like to email me, I know I can be slow about it, and I apologize. But I do get back to you eventually. I'm just going to click one just to get rid of it because I can find it. Oop. Oh, one is here. No, not a chatty. But other people will be very excited for the chance to win a chatty 111. So that's awesome. Thank you, Tim. You're so great. I'm so glad to have digitally met you. So appreciate it, buddy. Get back to making this. Okay, so now I'm going to try the one with makers. And I like I forgot that this is a screw cap. I was like, what just happened? I did bring a rinse glass. I'm going to rinse this out real quick. Don't mind me. It's not the most efficient way ever. Didn't think this totally through. Limited space. One day I'll have like one of those bar sinks or whatever. Own a home. All right. I don't want to get this that dirty. Okay. makers going in. Fucking 2 ounces. Jesus, Adriana, what are you doing? You have to work tomorrow. You have lab meeting tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to another lab and learning a new protocol tomorrow. It shouldn't be too hungover. Okay, so for the weeded, which bitters do you think? We've got black walnut, which I haven't tried yet, citrus, angostura, and grapefruit bitters. Thoughts on what might go well with the weeded one? So don't say orange bitters. I don't have orange bitters. I'll get them, I promise. Maker's Mark 101 looks like money. Yeah, it does. It'd be good stuff. Also, this was a bottle that Sherry G had forwarded on to me through Bourbon, which was really, really sweet. And so it's very special. Rob Shields is thinking the grapefruit bitters. I love grape. I had a grapefruit for breakfast today, actually. Shall we do it? We will probably already be fruity. Maybe the black walnut for some contrast. Grapefruit and makers. All right, how about we do a mix? Damn it, blind squirrel. I said no orange bitters. Maybe a dash of grapefruit. And is that a bad idea? Okay. Maybe makers is what we'll redo at the end. So I might try that black walnut idea. Also because I haven't tried the black walnut yet. Also, love this. Comes with a little pipette, even though this type of pipette isn't accurate at all. I mean, how much of the pipette do you do? What's a dash? Because this is a drop. Actually, now I'm kind of panicking. How many drops equals a dash? That is not something I Googled ahead of time. Ugh. Quick science. Hold on. Gonna do a dash into this thing and then see how many drops looks to be about the equivalent. Don't mind me. Just being weird. All right. Was that a dash? I don't know. Okay. So it looks like that. You can't see what I'm doing, but it kind of makes sense. Okay. So like half a full squeeze is a dash-ish. So we'll do one of those, and then, sorry, yeah. I just can't not measure it, because then how do you repeat it if you didn't measure it? If you don't, I know you can add more if you need it. Like Nick always says when he's cooking, you can taste while you go. Except unless it's like raw meat, then you can't. Always weirds me out that y'all do that, you weird cooking people. Okay, trying to be quiet. Can you hear the people outside freaking re-roofing the next building? I'm so sorry if this is loud. Hopefully this is very ASMR, except for my very annoying voice. So, next thing on that. Okay. I did all the things. Sugar. Yeah. All right, let's try this one. Kind of hard to go back to cocktails. That's the thing. I literally 99% of the time just drink my whiskey neat. Every now and then, like a couple times a year, I'll have a whiskey sour, which I have a very specific recipe for. But and it always has to be a double because you can't cut an egg white in half. Bite me. Down on the simple syrup makes him better. And I can see it because normally I don't like my stuff too sweet. So this is why Nick says this is why I do all the cooking. I get very stressed out in the kitchen. It drives me nuts. Black walnut bitters and equals black mark. Oh, what was it that Shelters had a fundraiser the other day for Whiskey Tornado and his wife. And Ed from the Rock Out Review did a great dad joke thing. And there was like Maker's Dark on there. 1 to 3. Yeah, I think it was around 3. Looked to be about the equivalent of a dash according to this. This is why I hate things that are like, oh, just add a dash of that. Maybe that's why I can't make a good old fashioned. Okay, let's try this. It doesn't smell like Thai food, so that's an improvement. You can probably hear the beeping outside. I'm sorry. I'm hoping that means they're like packing up and going. It's almost 7 p.m. here. There goes a ladder. I'm sorry. Okay, so I've heard of these, and I need to figure out where to get them. Still off. This one tastes too watery. Like maybe I need higher proof makers. It just tastes too watered down. Exactly. A dash is not a unit of measure, which is then why put it in a recipe? It's a really annoying thing. Anyways, above, yeah, exactly, when it's hot. That's why I thought this would be appropriate for today. This is pretty hot out. And in my job, you have to wear like PPE appropriate clothes all the time. So it means I'm wearing long jeans and everything every day, no matter how fucking hot it is. You are never quiet. No, I'm not very good at being quiet. That's not my thing. Okay, need more spinning. Spinning? Like mixing? I feel like that's probably an annoying sound. Uh-oh. I'm not going to cook my egg white before putting it into a whiskey sour, you freak. Isn't with you sampling. He's going to have some of this afterwards because... Oh, that's a good point, Mark Vasco. Coming in with all the ideas. Okay, on the next makers, I do have straight sugar. So maybe I'll try that on the next one. Shall we go to rye? Maybe that'll have a little more punch. Plus, this is a bit higher proof. This is 110 proof, and it's 640. And so in 20 minutes, Jason from the Mashing Drum is going live. Thank you. Nobody in my family is a scientist, and they all think I'm nuts. Like, my mom's a great cook and everything, and she doesn't understand. Even Nick doesn't like her recipes, though, because she doesn't give any measurements of anything. I will never forget me handing him one of her recipes, and it just said, a package of chicken breast. It's like, the fuck does that mean? Like, what size pack? Are we talking like those big-ass packages? Like a little what? I was like, oh, I don't cook, so. Okay. Quick rinse. Hold on. Rinse glass. I mean, really, you would want fresh water each time you rinse because you're just using dirty water, but I feel like the flavors are diluted enough. It's not like too much cross-contamination kind of deal. Okay, so we're going to do straight sugar this time, which apparently a sugar cube is equal to 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to use the teaspoon. Plus, it's not, being cold, it's not going to dissolve as easily. So it seems wiser to maybe go a little higher. It's very rare I measure while cooking. I don't know how y'all do that. It just blows my mind. I've looked up pipettes. They're expensive. That's the problem. And I'd probably get in trouble if I actually stole some from lab. Again, all that fundraising, any of it that goes towards research, buys things like that for the lab, not for some douchebag like me to go steal and take it home and make cocktails. So try to treat lab stuff with respect, unless it's something that it's like we have a dime a dozen of and it's super cheap. Like those little containers. I love those things. Hindo's wife also measures it. See, she's right. Do you ever cook things and you're like, oh, it's not as good as last time? But if you measure it, then you don't have to worry about that so much. Okay, so I've got the sugar in. We're doing the rye now. We're doing Pikesville. So with the rye, what are we thinking? Which bitters? We've got Angostura, black walnut, citrus, and grapefruit. Those are our bitters. This is kind of cool. Like, y'all are helping decide how I make this cocktail. I don't have to make the decision. I expect to see a lot. It is way too hot for a lab coat. I don't even wear a lab coat in lab 95% of the time. If they warn us that EHS is coming by, that's what I mean. I didn't say that. Shut up, Adriana. I was just complaining to Nick the other day about not being allowed to eat in lab anymore. He's like, what are you doing? Why would you ever? I'm like, whoops. Because they don't give us a space to eat or drink water. Our desk is in the lab, so I need my snacks. Okay, we have that. This is going to take more mixing. I might mix it more. Let me rinse off the spoon before. Okay, we've got Angostura, walnut. Hey, what's up, Peter? Oh, dang it. I thought about it the other day that I needed to show off the Kula cloth. I forgot, and Nick won't understand if I try. Nick, if you go to the shelves where I keep all the filming stuff with my hiking backpacks next to the couch, there's a cloth that's sitting on top of those, on that little white shelf thing that has like a little whiskey bottle on it. If you see that, can you grab it? Anyways. But what's up, Peter? So you say walnut, Angostura, pinch or punch? Now punch I can get behind, but also, are we measuring the force behind that punch? I'm just being an ass now. I don't like physics. That's just boring science, unless it's about space. Okay, Angostura, walnut. I've got 2 votes for each of those. I need a tiebreaker. So next one. Yes. Oh my God. That made sense to you. Cool. Thanks. I need a tiebreaker on the bitters. I'm going to try and mix this. See, the problem with the sugar is it doesn't dissolve well because it's cold. Oh, I should get a little. So we have like a stir plate and you put a little stir bar in there and you can even heat it up. I think, that would have been genius. That would be, I should do that after hours in lab sometime. That'd be funny. Again. Sorry. Looks like the next vote was walnut. Okay, so walnut for the win to go with the rye. So this Peter, as in Top Shelf Backpacking, check him out on Instagram, and he has a website. Peter, I just got my t-shirts in. Y'all will definitely be seeing some of those t-shirts on, in a hiking video. So he teamed up with Kula Cloth, and they only made 4 of these, I think. And he sent me one. And if you can see, this is a whiskey bottle with little whiskey glasses. But what this is awkward to explain. Exactly my whiskey glass. I haven't used it yet. It's a pee wipe for when you have to pee on the trail and you're female. And it's like antimicrobial and it'll just dry out there. And so you can be clean. And it's genius instead of having to like pack out your toilet paper or use a leaf or whatever. So I've always thought about getting one. And now I got like a custom whiskey one. Like super limited edition. Isn't that cool? But if you know any women who hike, send them over to Kula Cloth. This is awesome. I'm excited about it. So there you go. Pee wipes with your old fashions. Oh, sorry. And you wonder why I've never made a good old fashioned. Back to doing this. And you just, this is without ice in it yet. I've got the sugar in it without ice. I don't know. I doubt you'll be able to see this. Actually, you can kind of see that the sugar is still hanging out. So that's the one thing. Sorry. I was trying so hard not to make any noise. Oh boy, go Braves. That is whiskey. Right, Christine? You get me. You talked me to make it. Yes, Tim Corney is making one. I got to go find that now in StreamYard because I'm reading it in big font from YouTube on the iPad, which is super cool. My fellowship bought me an iPad. I can't afford an iPad. We decided on walnut bitters. Okay, which is one I had to measure. Okay. I'm going to write that down that I'm doing walnut, and it's 6 drops. And that we're doing that one. If you don't record it, how are you oh, well, I guess it's recording here, but I don't want to watch this again. Anybody in here who has a channel and has ever gone back and watched themselves knows what I mean. You don't want to do that. A muddler might help break up the sugar and help, but it's not a cube though. It's already sugar. It's funny. I use a pilon, mortar and pestle for crushing up the sugar into finer sugar because they no longer sell super fine sugar at my grocery store for mojitos. So I do make it finer for that. Maybe I should have done that for this. Sorry. Did I go Canadian? Oh God. Oh no. Any of the Canadians in the chat? Is Alex here? Okay. Added it. Now I'm going to add my ice cubes. After touching the pea cloth. It hasn't been used yet, y'all. Calm your tits. But if you're a female, you'll understand why it's awesome. Leaves are overrated. and having to pack toilet paper in a little baggie afterwards, not cool. But also being a douche to like the trail environment and everything, also not cool. So, okay, let's try this one. So this is Pikesville with walnut bitters. Actually, it's funny. It does smell citrusy. Whiskey wipes. I'm gonna have to do like a special episode. No, you can't do a special. I can't film that. Not happening. But Top Shelf Backpacking did a great photo shoot with Kula, with a little Kula cloth crop top. That was pretty amazing. So you should check them out on Instagram. I just showed up and we're talking P-Webs. You're welcome, America. You're welcome, ADHD. You can still pee on the ants. Okay. Fuck, there comes in the right note. But it did hit with so much more flavor. That was much better than these two were just kind of bland / Thai food. I had such a Thai food note on the nose that it throws me. It's all right, the Four Roses one. That's the Thai food one. Somebody make a Four Roses small batch select one with, oh shit, that's the one I mixed, I think, citrus bit. I didn't write down the first two. I think it was the citrus and the black walnut. Maybe don't combine this. Exactly. Uh-oh, what's coming? What is? Greg McDonald, what'd you say? Has she ended any sentence with the word a? No way, yo. I started my morning with Hamilton. So we're going to keep it American and Puerto Rican. Oh, no. This was the Makers. I like the Makers more than the Four Roses, but it just doesn't punch. And there's still something, it almost needs more sweetness. Maybe the sugar would be better with that one. I do most of my cocktails with rye. It cuts through. That's totally true. And I think rye is good for cocktail. Like I use Knob Creek rye for whiskey sours. That's like my jam right there. That was before I really got into whiskey too, that I was using Knob Creek rye. So it's not just my bias of Knob Creek. Be sure to film a how-to for all the ladies interested in Gula Glass. So Peter's got our backs with that. It's all about the process. Process. Did I say process? Process? Is that how a Canadian would say it? I'm missing it. What are we at? 6:53. It's good. The rye's coming in too much, which is funny because it's 51% rye. The rye's still there, but actually the sugar does come through, even though. So I think my next one will be with sugar. All right, y'all, we're gonna go nuts for this last 7 minutes. I'm doing my next one again with sugar. I think that actually came through better. Like the flavor was less diluted. The question is Larceny Barrel Proof 115, because that Pikesville was also 110, and I think that's part of why it hit me better with better flavor. Or this is a Utah pick of ECVP 10-year that is 122.4 proof. Oh, my face is in the way. Sorry. There we go. So, which is pretty good. Although they came out with an 8-year pick at the same time, which is actually much better. So we're running out of time. We've got about 6 minutes left. ECVP, I see a vote for. I'm thinking, but Marty's saying, but I've got like 3, 4 for ECVP. So, all right. Sorry, Marty. But I will try that eventually, probably. So, Gonyo, I am going to be wasted. Ooh, good thing I'm having burgers after this, so that will help. She got was from the. It was more of a BY. It wasn't soy sauce. It was sesame oil, and then kind of like that peanut sauce, like at a Thai restaurant. So, although I love Thai food, but I don't actually like the peanut sauce. I'm bizarre. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Ooh, which bitters am I using, y'all? Which bitters? We've got black walnut, citrus, grapefruit or Angostura, the classics. You have time because I need to mix this. Make sure the spoon is rinsed off so we don't get too much cross-contamination. Sorry, I'm trying to be quiet. Maybe if I go like that under the table, it won't be so loud. I know I don't have any maraschino cherries, but I don't add it for the High West either, so I figured that'd be okay. I don't like the syrupiness of like jarred cherries. I like tart fruit. I don't particularly like sweet fruit. I'm weird. I'm the person who like takes the cherry out of, you know, if they put it on top of my milkshake and I give it to Nick. So, ooh, we've got a vote for citrus. You can't use your Knob Creek 12 like that. It's too good. Oh, it's literally the worst. I do not like the peanuts. Grapefruit. All right, so people are thinking the citrus, but then we have a black one. All right, you can't all each pick a different one. I need one more vote for one of the ones that was said. Ethan feels strongly about maraschinos. Don't you come at Tim. I will defend Tim with my life. There's so many products for going in the restroom in the woods. It's kind of hilarious. Poop hammocks, shiwi. Oh, I've seen the shiwi. I mean, everybody needs the deuce of spades. Like, you need the little, I've got a mini shovel. Everybody has a mini shovel. But you guys don't freaking need the shiwis or the Kula cloth. So, bite me. Okay, another vote for, okay, we've got a couple of votes for citrus. So, citrus it is. Sorry, I feel like the sugar's still not going. And I at least want to be able to give you an opinion on how this is beforehand. All right. We said citrus. Citrus bitters it is. This is the only one that properly dashes. 1, 2. We're going for 2, right? So we went with ECBP, 2 citrus. Okay. Lab notebook style. And now our ice cubes. This is the first time I actually used this. Somebody gave me this like bar set for my bar, and I've never actually used 95% of it, just the bar spoon. So, because I drink most of my whiskey neat. And don't worry, y'all, the link for Mash and Drum, if you're going straight over there after this, is in the chat. Just mention that I sent you there. Is this really hard to hear me? Should I not talk? Sorry. Okay. Oh, that does sound Canadian. Sorry. All right. Let's get a sip of this in. Did I mention everything I wanted to? Vasco bottle, very important. Y'all are the mom. Thank you. And for the Weller. And they also donated a Weller 107. 107? 106. Why am I forgetting the proof? 107. Whatever it is. For the Alzheimer's fundraiser. So, and don't forget, July 10th. Too sweet. Pretty good though. Pretty bold in flavor. A little bit too sweet. Maybe actually this one is the one the simple syrup would have been good with. So maybe the next time I try an old fashioned, I'll do it with simple syrup and the ECBP. And maybe more citrus bitters. Let me try more citrus bitters real quick. Super fast. Okay, I did 2 extra dashes of citrus bitters. I'm trying to put it under the table. If it looks weird of what I'm doing, and put it under the table so it doesn't make too much noise. Claro que sí. No fucking way. Yeah, let's do this. Ooh, I'm excited for dinner. Nick's always like experimenting and stuff. And when it snows, we can write her name in cursive. Ness. Oh, good. I'm glad. This was super fun, actually. This worked out really well. This, a few more dashes of the citrus bitters. Y'all, at the literal very last minute of this live stream, we found a pretty solid old fashioned. So it was 2 ounces of ECBP. This was a 10-year pick. at 122.4 proof, but so maybe around 120 proof bourbon, maybe from Heaven Hill. A teaspoon of sugar, and then 4 dashes of this hella bitter citrus bitters, which I think you can get on Amazon, even in Utah. So you can get it where you're at. And yeah, it came out pretty good. So thanks for joining me. I will be in the chat pretty drunk and waiting for my dinner over in Massendrum. So see y'all. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe before you go. I can't reach my sign now, but make sure you do that. So bye, y'all. Oh, and see you at the Alzheimer's fundraiser. Be there. It's going to be awesome. July 10th. Salud.